Hey, what's up, guys? EJ here, breathing fantasy football, literally. All right, guys. Hey, we're going to start at 11 in about 15 minutes. See if anybody wants to jump in. For anybody that wants to talk NFC AFC Championship slate. So we're here. This is the last time we'll be able to play a classic slate for Draftkings. Man, it's been a good, fun year. Definitely no big scores, but had a lot of fun. Met some great, chill DFS like minds. So it's been a good year. We're gonna start back in 20 minutes. I'm gonna put on my buddy's relaxing hammock music, my peace, my chill. Hey, I'll see you guys soon, and we're gonna talk some DFS, DraftKings lineups. All right, man. I'll be back. What's up, guys? EJ here. Hey, welcome to tonight's episode. I kind of pushed it back about 3 hours. I was sitting by the fire, did a nice run for my 100-mile Stop Soldier Suicide. It was a challenge to do 100 miles with a bike, run, however you do it, to promote awareness to veterans committing suicide. And I'm almost there. I still got about 22 miles to do, so I'm gonna do a big hike on Monday. Go to rest up tomorrow. Really looking forward to. I'm actually a little scared tomorrow. Tonight's supposed to freeze, and for Florida, that's a big thing. I know a lot of you guys up north are like, man, I don't want to hear about your freezing problems, EJ. Like, what is it gonna be 30 degrees? And I don't want to hear about that. But for us, it's a big thing. So, man, I got a lot of plants to cover up, a lot of tropical plants. So that's what I've been doing most of the day. My head was not really in the DFS. I looked at a few of the slates. I looked at a few showdowns trying to see which directions I want to go. And I looked at some of the projected ownerships. And, man, some of the ownerships, it's like Clyde Edwards-Helaire is projected like 8% ownership. Like, why so low? Why is everyone flipped from McKinnon and Darrell Williams? I don't think he has any ownership. I think that would change if he's actually going to possibly play. So, yeah, what do you guys think of this layout? Got the magic electricity to help rejuvenate some of my picks. Man, some of my plays I've been doing. The first playoff week, I did good with McKinnon and Giovanni Bernard. I feel like I did pretty well there. And last week, man, I should have just went with my best ball Sweat from round 2. I would have smashed. So I advanced my best ball. We did a best ball draft in the first round of the playoffs. I did one on the stream. It was like 2 weeks ago, so it was cool, man. It was the first draft I did in a playoff format. And I did about 30 drafts to start the year. But this draft we did, me and Cha-Cha were in the background. We're looking at it, and I was doing the picks, but he was in the background like, man, EJ, you only got 30 seconds. How are you gonna be able to draft a okay lineup and do it on the stream and like just manage? I don't know how I did it to the point that it advanced. I made it to round 2, and then I made it to round 3. Here, I'll show you guys the lineup. Let me know if you have any questions about, or if you want to talk plays of who you like this week. I think I'm actually playing contrarian with the quarterback. I want to think that it's going to be opposite. I want to feel like the Chiefs Bengals game is going to be the defensive game that we don't see coming, and they're both defenses kind of show up, and that's the lower scored game than the Rams and the Niners. I want to see that to be a shootout. That's the play I want to find. I want to find that type of shootout in that game. I know it's supposed to be the Chiefs and Bengals. That's where we're all thinking that the shootout's going to be. Well, that's how they played each other last game. And that was pretty much a shootout. It was like 34-31, right? The Bengals won when really the Chiefs, I feel like they got screwed on that pass interference or whatever that was. And the Bengals ended up taking the ball down to nothing and kick a field goal and knocked the Chiefs out of home field advantage throughout the playoffs, which is fine because they ended up getting a little lucky with the Titans losing. And the Bills should be there. Not even that getting lucky, man. I can't believe. Shout out to the Chiefs coming back to win that game. I was screaming up and down when Gabriel Davis caught his 4th touchdown. I was like, it's finally there. We're finally going to see the Bills advance, and, man, it blew back up. Really, really, really excited to see the Bills next year. They're going to make another big step. I feel like they almost beat the team that kind of controlled them the whole time the past 2 years. Like the Bills like had no chance. Like 2 years ago, I think they got destroyed against the Chiefs, and then they got destroyed in the playoffs. They couldn't do anything. They got out to, I think the Bills got out to like a 9-0 lead or something in the championship game last year. But this year, I mean, I was having Chiefs fans tell me that, oh man, I'm kind of scared to see what the Bills are going to do against us in the regular season game. And they came out and they totally owned the Chiefs. But Mahomes there's something not right with the offense for that early part of the season. So when the playoffs came around, everyone still expected the Bills to finally possibly do it again, beat them again this season. But yeah, 13 seconds, Jake. That's all it took, man. It was just perfect execution by Mahomes. Bad defensive setups for it. They prevent defense, I think. I had a couple of guys that I talked to at the poker room telling me they should have squibbed it. But if you squibbed it, can't you just take it and knee it? I don't know. If you knee it, what does it take 1 second off? So they have 12 seconds. Maybe he squibs it. And it only goes like 20 yards, and they get it at the 35, 40. And a guy forgets to kneel it, and he runs it. I don't know. There's so many what ifs. What could the Bills could have done differently? I looked back and I saw that they were in prevent defense, expecting a Hail Mary pass and probably some laterals. So shout out to you guys getting it done, man. My Packers let me down again. This is the last time you'll see Jake. I mean, not Jake, Jack. my Packer buddy here, his name is Jack the Pack. So I'm going to put him up. This is going to be the last time I'll be on the show for this season. This last week, we're going to do classic looks. And, man, I'm not really a fan of 2-game slates. Not like this. Nobody's coming on the stream on a Saturday night concerned about, oh, man, let me see what all these streams have to say about this 2-game slate, because there's some really unique plays. It's like everybody's going to have the same shit. This is just me doing the streams just to be like, hey, man, I got a good buddy, Jake, that his team's still in it. Back-to-back home championship hosting games. Mahomes goes to 3 straight Super Bowls. Man, so Brady's going to, like, set all the records and woohoo for 10, 15 years. It's all Brady owns it all. And then Mahomes just puts this stamp right on top of Brady. I feel like that's the direction it's going. It totally looks like the AFC is just going to dominate with their quarterbacks. I saw this thing. I saw it floating around at NFL memes on Facebook, and it showed the top 5 quarterbacks in the AFC and the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFC. And all the average age for the AFC top 5 quarterbacks, I mean, if you want to say the top 5 is Mahomes, Allen, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, those guys are all 25, 26 years old. If you look at the quarterbacks in the NFC, Tom Brady's 44, Aaron Rodgers 38, Kirk Cousins, isn't he like 30s? Then you got Dak Prescott's 28, Russell Wilson's 33. We got the older dudes. So man, if there was a bet to see who wins the next 10 Super Bowls, I'd say 7 of them are guaranteed AFC, and 3 of them NFC defense shows up. I don't know, man. Made a little fruit bowl, kind of just hanging out, man. Got to hydrate a lot. I got a big hike to do on Monday to finish this challenge. I'm ready for NFL fantasy football to end. I had my fun. I had my sweats. I had my itch. I had my gamble, my rush. I enjoy it. Wasn't what I wanted to see. Maybe I can smash a lineup. maybe my best ball. I want to show the best ball. Let me show it, guys. Okay, I'll put this one up. I know this is a better look, but then I don't really care about the focus of me in the stream show, whatever, man. Hey, if anybody wants to come on and talk, you're more welcome to jump on. You know, it's a free flowing underground. I'm just like one of you guys grinded all season. I don't play baseball. I don't play basketball, NASCAR, or any of the other DFS. I could. I want to put my focus in other things. That's me, man. I talk mindfulness. I'm always thinking. I'm always trying to listen. I always want to be better. I don't know what the perfect way is to run a DFS show. I think a lot of people just have hosts and they just do the split screen and they're just talking and talking. I don't know, man. I kind of just like setting lineups. And if anybody wants to jump on and add some information, let's talk and set some lineups. So here it is, man. This is my best ball lineup that made it to round 3. I know you're probably looking at this and like, how what? There's got to. I don't have high expectations for this lineup, and I understand there's going to be other owners. There's like 5 of it, so I'm going against 6. So round 1 was 6 managers. You have to beat the field of 6, and then you advance. And round 2 is 6. Round 3 is 6, and if I advance from round 3, I go to the final 13. So if I can make it to round 4, the final round, I'll be in the final 13 of this whole tournament, and that's big. This is the big one on DraftKings, at least the $20, 10K to first place. It'd be amazing to see that everybody has about this. I hope it's like this. I hope everyone else. I can't see the other lineups, so I don't know who's got what. I can't look at them. I can look at who they are. They look like veteran players. I got to be going against some. What lineups I think I'm going against? Like Chiefs and Bengal lineups. Maybe there's like a Debo but there's got to be some guys with at least you can have 20 players on your lineup, and I only have 5 that are going to be eligible. So I have 5 out of 20, and one of them is a quarterback. So I'm okay with that. But 5 out of 20, I don't think he's going to cut it. I don't even think Derek Gore is going to see the field. Who knows, man? we never know. But if somehow Stafford, McKinnon, Cooper Kupp, and Pringle, if they all smash, if they smash and nobody else really does, I don't know. Maybe someone else has the same exact 4 as me and somebody else, like Debo, and then I'm automatically screwed. But I got to think that I got a chance, and that's what it always is, man. You never know. So if I make it to round 4, the final round, it doesn't show it here. It just says first advances. So I'm guaranteed $100. That's cool. Yeah. But you want to know how I got there? This one guy right here, Gabriel Davis. I pretty much did it, man. 55 points. And I had Fournette and A.J. Brown. So I had a good start last week. Really nice. All right. So let's set a lineup. Let's set one from start, from scratch. And let's go through, look at the quarterbacks. So Mahomes is 7,400, Burrows 66, Stafford 63, Garoppolo is 5,400. Sorry guys if I'm eating and it's like disturbing. It's like, ugh, I don't want to watch this guy eat. I don't know, man. I'm just hanging out here. I don't want a serious show. Just want to chat with anybody that wants to talk DFS. This could be really the last show of this year. I may do one for the Super Bowl. It's just if we had a bigger following, and I want to be sincere and honest with you guys, then yeah, I would take it a little bit more serious. But I don't know, man. I'm just hanging out. So here, with what I was saying earlier, I'm thinking that what if we went contrarian and the high-scoring game is the Rams and Niners, and then the Bengals Chiefs isn't like it was. Maybe the defenses step up in this final game. I can see the Bengals really trying to have their defense step up. Mahomes has been on fire. So who knows, man? Maybe the Bengals team is destined. There's always a team sometimes that just comes out of nowhere. We haven't seen Joe Burrow. I know he hasn't had a big fantasy playoffs, but he's been good. He really hasn't made too many mistakes. He's been getting sacked a lot. But if he can come out and continue to play with that confidence that he ended the season with, man, the Chiefs, there's going to be another nail biter for him. But everyone expects the Chiefs to come out and get a big win. But I got to root for the underdog. No offense to everyone wants to see somebody new do it. We've seen the Chiefs going back, and they deserve it too. A lot of people were writing off the Chiefs during the middle of the season. So I want to see the Bengals win, but the Chiefs win. I'm going to root for the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Just where I'm at. So I think, and then here we can look at the running backs. So I was looking at the projections, and it was showing that Clyde Edwards-Helaire is like getting no ownership. None, man. Look at this. 8% projected ownership, while McKinnon has 50. And it doesn't even have Darrell Williams in here. I guess we don't really know if he's playing yet. Is there any update on him today? Dang, in Showdown, they dropped his price to $1,800. Williams is trending towards a game time decision. That dude's not playing. And if he is listed as active, he's not going to see the field. I mean, the Chiefs, Jake, tell me, like, you guys didn't even put Gore out there, and he's healthy. You're not going to put Darrell Williams out there as long as McKinnon or Clyde Edwards-Helaire don't get hurt. This guy's not seeing the field. This is not something I need to gamble and play him. Yeah, of course people are going to play him if he's active. But even let's say he doesn't play, why is it going to be McKinnon 50% and 8% Clyde Edwards-Helaire? It should be 50-50. Like, the projections there should almost be 50-50. Like, we saw CH come back and play last week, and he was okay. He played 23 out of 76 snaps. I was watching him a few plays. I think my buddy Cha was saying it pretty well, that the Chiefs, seems like you guys know you messed up drafting Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the first round. So you're going to play him and try and prove that he is worthy of playing. But I think McKinnon's still going to be the guy. But I like the ownership. I still want to play some Clyde Edwards-Helaire, knowing that he's projected pretty low. And if he smashes, you're going to separate. So how many snaps did McKinnon get? So McKinnon got pretty much all the snaps. That's the difference. For a lot of time, didn't the Bills have a little lead and then they lost it? Then the Bills came back. Yeah, McKinnon's not a great runner. I mean, it's a great, scat back. I don't know. I mean, I love McKinnon this week because of my best ball sweat. I really want him to do well. I really want to see those 4 guys. But that's just me. That's my own personal vendetta. That's not – if you guys know how I do these shows, and I'm a fan of my own lineups. I'm a homer, and I don't want to be someone that is trying to give out advice. This whole purpose of this show is to just hang out with other guys that want to talk DFS. I mean, I will give out some tips, but man, I'm not out here. If I want to be a homer on a whole section, hey, if you guys want to ride with me and I'm right, that's where we're at. That's all it is. I was on the Packers. I was trying to ride it, and it looked like they couldn't do it last week. They stalled after that first drive, and you guys know I'm a diehard Packers fan. I wasn't completely all Aaron Rodgers lineups. I always give it a little I wasn't even on that much Stafford. The past 2 weeks, I was fading Stafford, and that's what messed me up. And I have Stafford in the best ball, but I don't know why. He's like one of those guys where I don't believe him. But he's been proving us wrong this whole playoff so far. So what's Stafford's projected? Right there with Joe Burrow, 23%. Mahomes at 40% projected ownership. Man, we just need one of these 3 to outscore Mahomes. I would love to see it. I'd love to see Garoppolo get 20 points. I mean, he scored 6 points and 7 points or 5 points last week. I don't know. Didn't he score 18 points against the Rams to get into the playoffs? He scored 17. Yeah, man. I'm stacking the Bengals Chiefs game and went a little chalky on the Rams 49ers game. I'm sure most of the playing field are doing the same thing. Yeah, everybody's playing the same players, man. We're just out here just trying to hang out and get this NFL fantasy buzz one last time. That's why we're here. Nothing is unique. Nothing's different. The only thing you can do and be different is to try and be contrarian. And that's really all it is. I want to be contrarian and feel that the Niners game will have more fantasy output than the one that everybody else believes is. And that is the safer route. The safer route is to pick the majority of your players from the Chiefs-Bengals game. That is the safer route. But all 4 of these teams are here because they can move the ball. I mean, Niners have some guys on offense that can get some ceilings, man. Even Eli Mitchell, he can get you 20, 25 points. I think he's going to be one of the low-owned starting running backs on the whole field. He is, technically. I mean, so Cam Akers is at 62, McKinnon's at 48, Mixon's 46, and Elijah Mitchell's at 59. Or no, 42. Yeah, 42. Why did I say 59? I looked at something else. Oh, he's at price 59. So yeah, I like Eli Mitchell this week for the contrarian play. Uh, maybe Debo Samuel's banged up after he got that friggin' first down. He came hopping off to the sidelines. So if you guys saw that, you saw Debo was officially like he was done. Somehow the Packers stopped that and blocked. If somehow he missed, I knew the Packers probably weren't going to win the game the moment they got the second block punt. But and a lot of you guys were on the Niners upsetting, and I can see it happen again tomorrow. My picks on who's going to win. I'm a contrarian guy, so I'm rooting. I'm going to say Bengals, and I'm going to say Niners repeat 88 Super Bowl when the Bengals got smashed, and then Joe Burrow comes out. He just totally does it and wins the Super Bowl. That's my pick. That's my contrarian. I always want to be contrarian on the show. I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't know. But yeah. So here, Mitchell, I'm rocking some Mitchell. He's Rams D is not easy to run on. He may struggle, but that's just the play I want to go. And McKinnon. I'm on McKinnon and Mitchell. I can't get on. Hey, appreciate it, man. Thank you, brother, for always jumping on. What's your name again? Young Nutrition. I appreciate you coming in and chatting every now and then. We're pretty much done for the season. We're just here BSing. Gonna set a couple lineups and go hit the rack. I could use some rest. I probably covered like 10 to 15 plants in the backyard because it may freeze tomorrow, man. Oh, let's look at the receivers projections. If there's one thing I can do on the stream is, hey, I can give out some projections and some good reminders. All right, the first thing I want to start with is the guy that's projected no ownership that sees the field. So Demarcus Robinson, man, he had 49 snaps out of 76. This guy is out there doing a lot. He's just not. Mahomes just isn't throwing to him, and it's probably going to be the same thing again. But for a guy projected no ownership, like 1 or 2%, I'm going to be firing up some Demarcus Robinson. You have to. It's the 2-game slate. You got to be contrarian anywhere. If there's somewhere to be contrarian, this is the ownership you want to do it at. Projected at 0.5%. Do I like Demarcus Robinson this week? No. I mean, why would I? I just like the projection. I thought maybe it'd say like 8 or 10%. But nobody really wants to play him. When nobody wants to play him, that's when I want to play him for sure. Especially since he sees the field. And Pringle, I like Pringle. Mostly because he's in my best ball that I made it to round 3. And I'm excited for that. I'm excited to just watch some football. It's always a good feeling to see these championship games. These guys, when they win and they go to the Super Bowl, it's a great feeling for those 2 fan bases. So I wish those guys that great feeling that they're going to receive tomorrow. And for the 2 teams that lose, I mean, the past 2 years in a row, I had to shake my head because I was part of that fan base that lost the past 2 championships. So I shook my head last week. I got that out of the way. I don't have to do it tomorrow. Man, I hope the I'll put it on record here. I want Aaron Rodgers to leave. And I know it sounds like, oh, you are a spoiled Packers fan. No, I want him to leave. Let's do the rebuild. This is the one time where let's let Jordan Love just go out there for a whole season. And let's see what you got. Let's stop waiting. Let's do it now. Let's see it. Let's see Aaron Rodgers. His first season started. We went 5-11. Look it up. 2008, we went 5-11. 2009, we went to the playoffs. We lost a big wild card game to the Cardinals. It's when Kurt Warner was the quarterback, and they went to the Super Bowl and lost. I think, or no, they went to the Super Bowl the year before that. They just beat us in the wild card. And the following year, the Packers went to the Super Bowl. They did the wild card run. And Aaron hasn't been back for the past 12 years, which everyone had all these high expectations. He's the best quarterback to ever play the game from a statistics standpoint, I guess, because he doesn't make many mistakes. And he is accurate. But I think Aaron Rodgers is a pussy. I mean, I put it out there. He's like a soft guy. He's like a hippie dude now. He's not really like this big this quarterback that needs to prove something. He's done proved it. So I hope we let him go. All right, man. Oh, let me go back. I'll go back and look at Cooper Kupp, 50% owned, Hills 48, Higgins 42. So Higgins and Chase are projected the same. Debo at 34. So Debo, for people, that's kind of low for Debo at 34%. Is everyone jumping on this is the game where he kind of, like, you can't, with Debo, you can't think that he's going to be matched up with, what's his name? Jalen Ramsey. Debo he's like all over the field. Like, he'll go back and get a handoff. He'll run some, I don't know, like, what do you call it, where he just like flanks out. He does screens. This guy is going to be all over the field. Like, to say he's just going to be one-on-one with Ramsey the whole game, I don't see that happening. I mean, Ramsey got beat by Evans last week. So much for that. We should fade Mike Evans. Yeah, Ramsey, he's good and all. But, man, anybody can do anything. Debo has proved to be an elite receiver. This guy really, I can't believe he kept pushing. When I saw that he was hurt, like the first time, I'm like, thank God, Debo's out of the game. The Packers got a chance. But no, it didn't work out that way. Hey, tell me if you guys can still see it on the right here. I like being more personable. But, man, I'm here to show you guys lineups because it's fun to look at. I love looking at numbers and trying to find things. So Juwan Jennings is getting only 11% owned, but this dude smashed against this team. So you guys probably know that, but it's always good to know that the Niners did something where Jimmy Garoppolo, he saw something with this guy and threw 2 touchdowns to him. He had a bunch of targets and receptions. Maybe this guy gets a lot of work again because Debo's kind of banged up and Ayuk is odd man out. I mean, I don't know. What if it's this guy again, Juwan Jennings? Low ownership, and he smashed him last time. Garoppolo's due to get 1 or 2 touchdowns tomorrow. He hasn't got any yet, so I think they're going to have to do something to try and win the game. And Hardman, nobody's talking Hardman. I don't know, man. Let's look at tight ends. It's pretty much just these four guys. You can try and reach. I don't know what we're reaching for. So Jordan Matthews has turned into a tight end, but he don't even play. He was like a receiver for so many years. Kendall Blanton, he did catch a touchdown and 2 catches for like 10 points almost. But he 8 snaps. That's pretty much his ceiling. I don't think there is a cheap play. I mean, your cheap play is Usoma, and he should be higher. He should be higher projected ownership than 26. He shouldn't be the lowest projected ownership. Here, I'll show you guys here. He shouldn't be, man. 3,400 salary. You could fit so many big pieces, and we're gonna look at that 46 minutes in. Hey, Dimitri. Hey, welcome. Do you play DFS, Draftkings? This is just an underground grinder show. I'm just like one of you guys, just setting lineups, hanging out. And defense, this one's just a crapshoot. So you're playing Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Hey, sure, man. We're talking about it. He's got like no ownership projection. It looks like McKinnon is getting like 50% projected ownership, and CH is getting like 8. So sure, play the heck out of them. They're basically the same price. You're playing Chiefs D, I'm sure, man, with a Boyd run back and stacking the late game. So you think with the Chiefs D, what's the correlation with Boyd? I don't know. He really is like left out a lot. I mean, he's out there the whole time. I feel like any defense could be. I feel like they're all in play. I don't see how the Chiefs D is a lock. They've been giving up points. Joe Burrow, he put up points against his team a few weeks back. So it's not going to change, man. Hey, what's up, brother? Hey, welcome, man. Yeah, we're talking about some of the plays. I haven't even set a lineup yet. I've just mostly been chatting, looking at the ownership, just hanging out with anybody that wants to jump in. I just recently met Dimitri here. So what I like about what you're saying here, these 3 plays, this is the contrarian that I like. So you're going to be stacking the Niners-Rams game it's got to have a lower over-under than the Chiefs-Bengals game. Let's look at that. I don't even know what the Vegas spreads are. I think, what is it? Joe Burrow and the Bengals are like 7 points underdogs. So here it is, 54.5 for the Bengals and Chiefs game and 45.5 for the Niners. Chiefs are weak against the slot. I agree with that. So was so were the Titans, right? And he didn't really do much last week. I don't know who that is. All right. So let's see. Let's build a lineup. That's really what I like to do with you guys. So quarterback, I may bounce around here. It's if I'm gonna go with the second game, I'm gonna. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I'm not saying Boyd's a bad play. I do like just three players from that game. That's cool. You went contrarian by only taking three players. You feel like it's going to be a low score game, but the Bengals don't do that much. And Boyd, maybe the Bengals only get one touchdown, and Boyd gets the touchdown. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire does a lot of running. He gets one or two touchdowns, and the Chiefs D gets a touchdown. Final score is like 24-7, 24-8, 24-10, something like that. Chiefs win, low score game. I think that's what that means with those three that you put up there. I hope I did a good breakdown with that. And if that's the case, then whoever went bananas on the Niners Rams game, which is the direction I want to go, I want to believe that game could, because it's hard to play the 2-game slate. If you want to play it safe, then there's no reason to come on any streams and look for any information. If you're just going to play it safe, then you already know the answers. Yeah, how many lineups do you do in the Millie? I only do one. I just like to be part of it just to see it. I just want to see what the winning lineup is in a 205K entry field. It's pretty cool to see that. I'm advancing. I did one lineup in the. Here, I'll show you the best ball, and I advanced to round 3. I'm in round 3 of the best ball playoffs. I have 4 guys. Basically, I have 5 guys. So I have 5 guys who can get me points out of the 20. We'll see, man. I'm curious to see what these other teams look like. If I can make it to round 4 with Stafford, McKinnon, Gore, Pringle, and Cooper Kupp, that'd be, I don't see how I do it, but I would love to. It'd be cool. Yeah, 205K entries. If that's the case, we gotta pick a Garoppolo lineup, Stafford, or if you went Mahomes, you have to go. Let's do a Mahomes. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do 4 lineups, and I'm gonna do one with each quarterback to see what makes the most sense. Sure, they're all 4 in play. All 4 quarterbacks are in play, man. And I love that Garoppolo has done horrible from a fantasy standpoint because he can get you 20 points. And if Mahomes only gets you 27, 28, you got a guy that was like 2K cheaper. It's a huge swing if he gets close, which he probably won't. But if he does, then you got a chance, man. Bro, if I make it to round 4, I probably win. Maybe I'll win the whole thing and take the 10K. That would be so sweet. But if I make it to round 4, I'm gonna win one of the optimizers because I'm doing 150 lineups in the optimizer with those 4 guys. I just set it, forget it, and just see what happens, man. So let's see here with Mahomes. Sony, Fulcher, TD could be good leverage in large field. Sony Michelle, yeah. I agree with this. And what we were talking about last week, you've been nailing it, Chow, to a T with breaking it down. There's not much I can say. Hey, you're right. I wish I can come up with some of these analysis that you were talking about. With maybe Sony Michelle gets more workload than Cam Akers because Cam Akers fumbled it twice. He lost one and he got one back, right? The second one he lost really gave the Bucs another chance to get back in this game. So I see them going with Michelle, maybe on a third and short goal line. Who knows, man? Michelle's not getting any ownership, right? Let's look back at that. 4% projected ownership for Sony Michel. Yeah, let's put him in the lineup. It's a great leverage play off Cam Akers. I mean, everybody loves Akers this week because his price, he didn't increase. Didn't it? It actually went down $100, right? No, it went down $500. Why? Oh, they did lose both the fumbles. Oh, dang, it's crazy. What? I remember that. Didn't he lose a goal line fumble? Yeah, if this is 50% timeshare tomorrow and Sony Michel still does crappy, I would love knowing that I played Michel because I had the right pieces there. If we play majority Michel and K-Makers, why not? So if I go with the contrarian play at 4% projected ownership, there's no reason to play like Clyde Edwards-Helaire. That I think that's it could happen. It'd be so rare to do that combination, Michel and CH. Joe Mixon. I mean, that's just using one of the chalk plays right there. If I just roll with Joe Mixon, I don't know. You guys know I like Eli Mitchell this week because I think he's the lowest owned running back that we know out of the 4 teams is like the RB1. So let's put Mitchell in here just for now. Maybe we go with Mixon. I just want to see what we can build with a cheaper running back, see if it changes. So I feel like Tyreek Hill is going to be heavily involved again. There's no reason that they're not going to try and get this guy another 10 catch, at least another 10 targets, minimum 10 targets. And he had 100. Yeah, I mean, he can have another big game. I can't fade Hill. I'm surprised his price is $7K. I was thinking maybe it'd be like 76, 8K almost. But he didn't jump that much. For a guy that got that many catches last week, when he was having he kind of ended the season looking like he was hurt, and he was hurt. So he looks like they're rolling him. They even put him on kickoff returns. So I think I'm going to play Hill in most of my lineups, not just because Mahomes is here. I mean, I do like Pringle too. Yeah, can't ignore Jamar either. Nah, we can't, man. But Jamar smashed. He super smashed this team last time. And the week before that, Higgins smashed. So are the Chiefs going to do something different while guarding Chase? Is that going to open it up more for Higgins, Boyd, or even Usoma? Not kidding. Jamar Chase might be the number one rake receiver on my best ball rankings. That's a bold prediction right there. I mean, this year, everybody's number one receiver, I think, was Stephon Diggs. That's who everyone felt was like the unanimous number one receiver because Josh Allen just peppered the heck out of him in his first season with the Bills. He was drafted like in the sixth, seventh round in most best balls that season. Because I remember drafting him in a few. And after that season, this year, Stephon Diggs was like drafted like in the first round. I think Tyreek Hill went in front of Diggs, but I feel like a lot of people felt like Diggs was going to have a big year, and he didn't. So, and he did horrible last week. I played a lot of Diggs last week. I played stayed after the game in the championship game, watched the Chiefs. I thought he was going to come out with a vengeance, and yeah, that didn't happen. Yeah, Chase, he's a beast, man. Let's put him in the slums. Let's see what we can do if we're going with that direction. So this lineup's probably going to show more of the Chiefs Bengals game because why not? I have Mahomes as my quarterback. I'm trying to say he's gonna beat out the field by at least 10, 15 points, like his quarterback spot. So if that's the case, then you gotta have him. But I'd love to be contrarian. I just want to show 4 lineups, one with each quarterback. So if we went with Eli Mitchell, let's say we're fading Deebo Samuel. So, man, I almost want to just plug Cooper Kupp in here. I don't want to do it just yet because I want to see if I should do a Mahomes, Hill, and Kelsey stack. Should I just go with the safe approach at least and not overthink it there? Because if I went with Kelsey and Hill, I don't think I can get Cooper Kupp. I probably could. Oh, yeah, I could definitely get Cooper Kupp as a receiver. And I think I can get Jawan Jennings, the guy that smashed him last time up. And I know it sounds like I know I can't get him. I have 30. Yeah, I can't do that. So I can't get Kupp here. Dang. I have to make some changes. Probably take Kelsey out. I think Mitchell and Deebo in the same lineup is going to be a little contrarian because everyone thinks they are going to negatively be correlated together. I see what you're saying. I was stacking the heck out of Deebo and Eli Mitchell last week in a lot of lineups, and they didn't really. Neither one of them did anything because then there was no offensive touchdown. But Deebo, he played watching the game. He played a big role, and I could totally see the both of them in the same lineup together. So that means I'd have to take Kelsey out. What if I went Hill and Pringle? So no Cooper Kupp here? Deebo Samuel, tight end. Can I go Chase and Usoma, or do I have to go Kelsey? It's with this lineup with Mahomes. Mahomes needs another weapon. I could go McKinnon in the flex. That's not really what I want to see. Yeah, I think both can be optimal. If I have Deebo in there with Mitchell, I feel like Cooper Kupp's going to – it's either Cooper Kupp or Odell Beckham. He's going to be optimal too. because I don't see the Niners just blowing them out. It'll be a very if the Niners, if those two guys become optimal, Mitchell and Samuel, then there's gonna be at least two Rams guys that are in that mix too. You would think, right? Man, I wish I could get Cup here. I can't. But can I get ODB? Yeah, I could. Let's see. What can I do here? Do. I could do this. No, that don't really look good. That's just like it fits. It fits, but does it really fit? It's like that puzzle piece that fits, but it's still not the right piece. Higbee, OBJ. Let's see. Higbee. Yeah, I think Higbee's being left out in a lot of lineups too. What was his projected ownership there? 35 out of 4 tight ends. Nobody's really touching any other tight ends. Noah Gray, he was getting some looks. He had 2 catches last week, and when the Chiefs do that goal line offense, they do some crazy things sometimes. They'll throw it, Jake, you guys throw it to a tackle. Mahomes he'll flip it to some, he'll underarm flip it. He'll do some crazy stuff, man. So Noah Gray could catch a touchdown. Didn't he catch a touchdown like 6 weeks ago? Yeah, against the Raiders. I remember that. That was like 10 weeks ago. Sorry. That's best for a showdown play. But, yeah, Higbee. People like him because he's at home and he's a dirt cheap tight end. I think that's part of the explanation there. So I can't get Higbee in this lineup with ODB. Odell Beckham Jr. I always call him ODB, man. OBJ. Can't do it. Not in this lineup. It's not possible. Not possible. So let's take out OBJ. What are my other options? So I can go to Pringle here. I feel like I need Pringle. So Mahomes has at least 2. If Mahomes is going to be optimal, I mean, yeah, Mahomes could get 2 rushing touchdowns and 2 passing to Hill. And it may just be those 2 guys. But that's being contrarian. If we went just Mahomes and Hill and that was the only optimal plays from the Chiefs, that would be contrarian. It certainly would. But it's hard to see that. So I can upgrade from Bengals D. I can get Rams D. But if Mitchell and Deebo Samuel are both optimal, Rams even need a defensive score. Maybe one of those Jimmy Garoppolo where he just heaves it up like he was doing in the game against the Packers. I don't know how we didn't get a pick, man. He was making some passes that looked like lobs in the air a little bit. So Rams D, this is not a bad look. There's no Cooper Kupp. That's the only thing. I don't mind it. Let's set it. Wait, why can't I set this lineup? What? Why can't I save this lineup? Everything's right. It doesn't exceed the salary cap. That's weird. All right, let me try and set it again in another one. And I always tell you guys, if I set a lineup, I need to make a rule because I do want to give back to you guys. I haven't smashed a lineup yet, and I know it's so far and hard to. But if I smash a lineup and it's recorded on the stream, anybody that's in the stream with me, I'll give some back to you. Maybe I'll do a pool of like everybody that wrote in the chat. Whoever wrote in the chat, I'll give you guys a pool of if I smash a lineup for 10K, maybe I don't know what number I agreed on, but maybe it's 10%. I'll give back 10% to you guys. So you guys could split like $400 each. I don't know, man. If I want $1 million, it'll still be 10%. So 100K, I'll split 30K to each one of you. I really would. But I mean, hey, I'll do it for the stream. It's fun, man. I'm a personal guy. I just want to see people happy. I do want to look out for myself. I would love to hit a million lineup. Oh, it'd be great. It'd be amazing. But I know it's a dream. I'm aware it's a dream. Feels like, but it'd be cool, man. I want to play this until I lose the heart and not wanting to play DFS anymore. But I know doing the streams, talking with you guys, sharing information with one another, it makes us all better. It's good to work together, especially in big fields. It's great to work together. At least for me, I'm out here trying to find an optimal lineup. I care more about beating the system than I do getting first, kinda. Of course, I would love to hit first place and win $1 million. Who doesn't? But I also like to see if I could get like this unique combination that nobody else had. That would be cool. I like that sweat. That's a cool sweat. Let's go back to that lineup. I was ready to move on, but it just wasn't saving right. Michelle, Mitchell. Look at that combination, putting the two guys who have the same names almost, Michelle and Mitchell. Maybe that smashes. I'm a believer in a straight up gamble. Like, I know guys will pick me apart and be like, EJ, gamble? What are you talking about? You're going to pick two guys that have the same names or they used to play on the same team? Who knows? Whatever thing you come up with. But you never know, man. It could totally hit a lineup and you just don't know. So Hill, Chase, Samuel. Those are three good receivers. Hill, Chase, Samuel. Tight end, I know we did Higbee. Defense, we went Rams D and Pringle. This zeroes out. I could see this. This may be unique. Like nobody else has this lineup. I think people may have it because it's zeroed out. I think the biggest risk takers in DFS are those that leave cap on the table. You leave money on the table, you are a risk taker. So me playing it safe, using it as much as I can. I got the top price defense, the top priced quarterback. The only thing that's really unique about this lineup is Sony Michel. That's the only thing. that's unique. He's the only backup running back, technically. Everybody else it's not contrarian. This lineup's not really contrarian at all, except for Michelle. That's it. All right, we entered it. Let's do another main. I'm just out here hanging out, chilling with you guys. Hey, Dimitri, if you haven't yet, hey, man, you're more welcome to subscribe. I'll be here next year. We're going to do best ball. You can join our Discord page. Usually about an hour into the stream, I start slowing down. I know I'm not the face for podcasting, but that's this. I enjoy it. I like connecting with you guys. Here we are in the Discord. There's a handful of us chatting. It's fun, man. So I have a couple up. We'll be talking about best ball, probably around maybe the draft, maybe July. Me and Cha-Cha, I'm more game talking about it because I'd like to make some unique plays, go into best ball next year, ready to make some unique drafts. I would love to get some killer lineups. It'd be fun. I'll do the slow. I'll do the fast. We'll do a bunch on the stream. Why not, man? Best balls are great. Best ball's amazing. Once you draft it, you're done. You don't have to make any more galaxy brain. You can have one just smash. I love it. It's a great part of DFS. So enough about best ball. I mean, I can't stop talking about best ball because I still have a best ball sweat. I think I gotta thank you guys. Someone mentioned, it might have been Cha-Cha mentioned best ball in the first round, the wild card games of the playoffs. I was like, sure, I'll set a line. I'll do a best ball draft. I didn't even look up any, but why not, man? Yeah, this is one that wouldn't load. All right, let's look. Let's do another one, and we're going to do it with, I'm going to go down the list here. If you're first time joining me, man, I'm not a fast guy. I'm a real slow human sometimes. So I work at a snail pace. I apologize if it's not up to speed with anybody hoping that I just blaze through and just pop. Here's a lineup. All right, next. Man, I love just stopping. I want people to realize that I know what is successful on YouTube. I know what sells. I totally understand that. My type of stream is not popular because it's not what people are looking for. People want immediate results. People want me to tell you that this is going to work. You need to put this exact combination in. This is what's going to win. This is it. Because of this. And this guy's going to do good because of that. And it's like, fuck that show, man. I'm just not part of that. I just want to BS and talk DFS. Why are there no channels with guys just setting lineups and BSing and hanging out and just building camaraderie with each other trying to find optimal lineups? Why does that not exist? I mean, it exists with us, but I guess we're going to be infants for at least another season because I only have 38 subscribers, which I'm okay with, man. Yes and no. I would love to reach out with more people. I just want to see some of us smash a lineup. with us. It'd be fun. Hey, if I'm wrong, tell me. I haven't watched Osimo not one time this year. I haven't watched Al Smizzle not one time, or the Joe Hoka show. Those guys are amazing hosts. They know how to talk. They're successful. They're backed by themselves. Maybe I think they all smash huge lineups. Those guys are DFS professionals, and much respect to them. But being that kind of person, they're not a grinder. Those guys aren't grinders. I don't care what you say. Osmo, he's not a grinder. He's a great DFS player, but he's not a grinder. A grinder is someone that plays like 1-2 no limit poker forever until they move up to 2-5, 5-10. They're playing it to grind it out, man. So now we're on to a Joe Burrow stack. Joe Burr. Let's do that. So going with Joe Burr, I'm automatically going to put in Chase. I even like Usoma here. So we went with Higbee in the last one for a cheap tight end. I'll go with Usoma as a cheap play. And I want to get Cooper Kupp in this lineup. Not in the flex. I could get him in the flex, but I'll get him right here. Right here. Running back. Man, should I go back to that Michelle play? Once you mention it, like I feel like you guys can mention anything and it may like, oh, totally got me there. I totally like that play now. But it makes sense. I love these low ownership plays, especially with his situation. Cam Akers fumbled it twice. Maybe they regrouped. I'm sure those coaches during the whole week were thinking, Cam Akers fumbled twice. Maybe we need to drop a few more plays with Michelle. He did good. Eventually, he did good with the starting role. He did have a couple good games. Week 16 and 17. But once Cam Akers came back, it's like, Michelle, you're going to have to wait. We want to see what we got in this FSU guy again. He's back and he's ready, but he hasn't really done it since he's been back. He hasn't done it. So being contrarian and playing Michelle, I think it's a great play. Great call, Cha-Cha. Even if it doesn't work out, it's a great play. And I do agree with you. If the Rams win, I think they're going to roll with Akers in the Super Bowl. So I like that approach, seeing that Cam Akers has to take a game to kind of take a back seat, but then he'll get his chance in the Super Bowl to get a rushing touchdown if they make it there, yeah. So I like the Michelle with Kupp. Can we put Eli Mitchell and Debo back in here? What if we did that? I mean, is that even possible? It is. It's totally possible. So I got no Kansas City player at all. So that means I want to go Bengals D if I'm doing that. But if Joe Burrow is going to be optimal, that means that Kansas City got some points. They had some plays work out for them. I feel like I can't have Eli Mitchell and Debo here. I think I got to pass on Debo. Maybe I go with McKinnon. If I'm going to go with Joe Burrow, I could see like a Kansas City scat back doing something. McKinnon or Clyde Edwards-Helaire. But that'd be crazy to roll out the double contrarian running back combo and they both smash. Is CH and Sony Michel the Giovanni Bernard and McKinnon of the first round of the playoffs? Because those guys were the nuts. and I was on him. Just didn't have the receiver combinations right for that week. So let's put Clyde Edwards-Helaire in there and Tyreek. So now we could take out Bengals D. Maybe go Rams D. 4,400. Who can I get here? I can get Pringle. Maybe I get George Kittle instead of Usoma and roll with, let's see here. So you're back on Van Jefferson. He's trending towards being active for the game. After a week in which he did not participate in a Wednesday's walkthrough and managed limited practices due to the knee injury. He didn't do much last week, right? How many snaps did he get? Did he play the... Was he out there? Yeah, he was out there 65 out of 72 snaps. He's definitely he's getting the ownership exactly where it needs to be at, 13%. Yeah, that's where he's at. I can see him getting a touchdown pass. I feel my quarterback play of the week is obviously Matt Stafford. I'm all over Matt Stafford. I don't know who you are, but you're going in timeout. I'm all over Stafford. Maybe you're giving me all these low-owned Rams players, which I like that. So do we fade Cooper Kupp and go with Van Jefferson with Chase and Hill? With Sony Michel? Is that really even... Are we allowed to do that? Are we allowed to play Michel and Van Jefferson and try and find an optimal lineup? Is that even possible? Do I go with Joe Mixon with Joe Burrow here? Let's see that. Let's go chalk there. And tight end, let's go Kelsey. Let's say that is like the nuts, but Joe Burrow steps up. 4,700, what can I get? Pringle? No, I don't want Pringle. I can get Tyler Boyd. And I got 500 left over. I mean, that's cool with me. It's a lot from that game. No Niner play. No one from the Niners, huh? Well, it makes sense having Rams D. Hey, I like it. Let's put it in. $1. Let's do another. So here I could probably swap out Hill and put Hill in the flex and put Boyd. Or not Hill, I mean Jefferson. Put Van Jefferson in the flex just to get the perfect late swap need if we need to do it. Yo, Chacha, I already submitted our plays for the fantasy tournament. So we talked about that. I rolled with that one we talked about, and that's it. So in that playoff challenge that we're doing, we're going to rock Mahomes, Mitchell, Kupp, Kelsey, Hill, McPherson, and Niners D. I'm looking forward to it. I think we got a good chance. And I'm kind of playing the field with everybody else here. But we got a lead. We're in second place, so that's good. And Mitchell's a contrarian play, like you were saying. So I like it. Let's set another one in this. I want to go right down the road here. All right, we're going to rock Stafford now. Yeah. So if we're rocking Stafford, I'm totally... So I haven't even put Cooper Kupp in the past two lineups. I got to put him in this lineup, right? Kupp with Van Jefferson, maybe? Or is that not the route we go? So I'm putting Kupp right away. Maybe this is one where Debo, I like Debo more. Because I think if Stafford smashes, maybe the run game for the Niners isn't really from Elijah Mitchell. Maybe he's not the one doing it. So if we went back to Hill, so running backs, do we go with Mixon and McKinnon? Or what if we went both Chiefs running backs? Would that be crazy? CH and McKinnon. No Tyreek Hill. Rock Chiefs D. Jamar Chase is still too cheap, man. So what about Higbee? Higbee here, 3,900, and I can get Van Jefferson. This is pretty a little ballsy. Only having one skilled player from the Niners, but three from the Rams. With Jamar Chase. Not a bad lineup. I zeroed it out. I don't like zeroing out lineups, especially in 2-game slates, because you're not really being different completely. So I'd say my contrarian play for sure is rocking both running backs from the Chiefs. And that's basically saying they're going to just get a lead and these guys just get a lot of work. It's saying that Mahomes is not optimal. And that game is really just a run by Kansas City to get to the Super Bowl. I'm totally destroying these blackberries. They're so good. There it is. Let's enter it. I'd like it. So this is the right way to enter the lineup. My flex play is the last game of the slate. It's only 2 games, so it's not that much. All right, let's do a Jimmy G lineup. Is it even possible to pull the trigger and put Jimmy G in a lineup? Can we really do it? Let's do it. Jimmy G. If I'm the first Jimmy G look I'm going to do, it's going to be the safe look. Because if you're putting Jimmy G in a lineup, it's contrarian off the rip. So putting Debo and George Kittle, it makes the most sense. It's one of those contrarian chalk lineups, at least with that stack. So here, maybe Michelle's still in play. Let's put him in there. But if I'm rocking a Jimmy G lineup, Cooper Kupp, 100% is in my lineup. There we go. We're already majority Niners Rams game. That's the direction I want to believe is the contrarian play. So where else can we go here? Do we go Mixon on the other game? Or do we go one of the Chiefs running backs? Let me see what McKinnon looks like and see if I can get two receiver ones, one in the flex as well. I can't get Hill and Chase. That's not possible. Let's get Chase, and we can get maybe if I went Higgins and go Higgins. So I get two. And Higgins and Pringle. All right, let's put Chase in there. See what we can get in the flex. So here, if I went Niners, I can't make a case for doing Ramsey. It would just be one of those Jimmy G still smashes, but Rams get a defensive score, and they're optimal. I'd put Chiefs in here. Ooh, I was hoping to get Pringle here, but I can't. So I got McKinnon. What if I went back and did the double Chiefs? I just want to see what it looks like. See what I can get here. I can get a $3,500 flex play. I can get Usoma, double tight end. But I got Chiefs D. So if Chase and Usoma smash, no Burrow, but Chiefs D is optimal. That to me doesn't make sense. Let me put it on the bigger screen for you guys if you're struggling seeing it. I try and switch it around. I feel like it's hard to make this lineup actually. Well, let's go back to Michelle here. Michelle and McKinnon. This is where we were at. Let's take Chase out. Let's say CEH and Michelle, that's the combo that smashes. So if we have, because in this conference game, these guys are going to have to come out and show the other team something that they weren't game script planning for. That's what this is, man, isn't it? I think. So they're going to come out here and have CEH smash them or have Michelle smash them. They weren't planning to that. So that's the direction I think makes sense. Maybe we'll try Dimitri's play with Tyler Boyd. What does that look like? A $6,500 play? Ooh, I can get this. I like this now. Kittle and Kelsey with Chiefs D. And my only Bengals play is Tyler Boyd. Now this is a good lineup. At least on paper. It's zeroed out. I don't like zeroed out 2-game slates. But it is contrarian because there's 4 plays that are pretty contrarian. The first 3 right off the rip. Jimmy Garoppolo, Sony Michel, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. That's pretty contrarian. With the Tyler Boyd, sure. And having 2 tight ends, yeah. It's contrarian and it's zeroed out, which means everything is perfect. I like it. All right, let's do a showdown. I haven't even taken a break since we started, right? I'm here just hanging out, man. I'm curious what the temperature is outside. I live in Florida. It hasn't froze here in 4 years. Says it's freezing. Says it's 31 degrees. Ooh. Ah. Any news? Any news to look up? I got the Bengals up here. Any weird stat? Anything we need to know? I know the Niners are like 6-0 against the Rams the last 6 times they played. Something like that, right? Hey, thanks for the thumbs up on Facebook. I got 2 viewers. EJ here, Breathing Fantasy Football, literally. And literally, we always do a yoga mindful breath. We haven't done one yet for this show. Hey, let's do one now. Oh, I got Chris in here. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? You doing good, man? You up? Are you excited to at least get one more good weekend of football where these 2 teams are doing everything they can to get to that big game? Man. Doing good, man. Just looking at some contrarian plays. I don't know what this is in the background. But, yeah, we're looking at some lineups. This last one I did a Jimmy G lineup. Jimmy G gave us 6 points in round 1. And last week he gave us 5 points against the Packers. 0 touchdowns so far in the playoffs. And he has 2 road wins. This guy is amazing. But, man, I got to play him in some lineups because he's not this horrible. And he can get some rushing TDs. He could get a rushing TD tomorrow. I would love to see Jimmy G score the most fantasy points. It'd be amazing. And I would love to see the Bengals win. So, wanting both road teams to win again, I don't know, man. You like the combo of CH and Sony? Yeah, like I was saying, man, the first 3 guys are completely contrarian. And Boyd is contrarian. Actually, the first 4 guys that you see on the screen, super contrarian with the double tight end stack. I don't know. So who's your picks, Chris, to win tomorrow? I know Cha-Cha's. He's told me it's Rams because he had a dream. He believed it that the Rams. I think you were calling it in the first round. You're like the Rams are going to go all the way, and it kind of makes sense now. I guess who's hosting the Super Bowl next year? That's the team I want to make a bet on right now. But I mean, being up here talking DFS with you guys is fun. It's so hard to really galaxy brain something with just 2 games left. We're just doing this just to have fun one last time because the Super Bowl, setting some showdowns, man, it's going to be hard to be unique. Kind of just – but I hope I make the best ball. I really, really would love to see my crappy team. I guess it's not a crappy team. I don't know. Only having 5 guys going or 4 are guaranteed to get some points doesn't look good, but we'll see. If you're just joining, Chris, I got a lineup in a best ball playoffs. Made it to round 3. It's a pretty big thing, man. It's not easy to advance in any tournament, but to advance twice and make it to round 3. If I make it to round 4, I'm in the final 13 players out of how big is it? Like 2K entries, 3K? Oop. Doesn't say. But yeah, I'm going against some guys that are veteran players. We'll see, man. If I make it to round 4, I'm guaranteed $500. That's cool. I remember seeing that breakdown. I think I put it up here. Can't really see it, but this is where it's at. That'd be cool, man. What else? Let's do a showdown. All right, so we'll do the first game, the Bengals-Chiefs. We'll set a lineup here. All right, looking at our captain. So if this is your first time doing a showdown, you pick 6 spots. Kickers are in play. Defense is in play. The big thing with Draftkings, with playing so much Classic, you forget about the kickers. And you don't want to forget about the kickers in this game. Like McPherson, like, man, this guy's – he's like – him and Joe Burrow are, like, super confident. What a great find getting this kicker in the 5th round, I think is what they said. And he's like – man, he was just solid confidence kicking that 52-yard game-winning field goal against the Titans. He made like 4 field goals. Like, he totally smashed. He broke the slate, kind of. And his price is still it's hard to price up a kicker, but $4K. And the reason he's still a good play is because the Bengals can move the ball. Joe Burrow can move the ball with his offense. So if he moves it enough, he's got to get him near field goal range, or at least 30-yard line. He hits a few. Maybe he gets 3 attempts. Both playoff games, he got 4 attempts. Man, I could totally. But if the Bengals get out, I mean, if the Chiefs get out to a big lead, playing him doesn't look good. If they get out to an early big lead like 21-0, our McPherson plays they're not going to work. The Rams are the most battle-tested team in the league. I mean, what do you mean by that? Have they faced a lot of adversity this year? I mean, the running back situation was pretty horrible. Henderson and Michelle. With Cam Akers injured the whole season, so I guess I see what your point is, because the Rams do want to run the ball. They do want to be a running team. But Cooper Kupp just stepping up, being that guy that was drafted. I think in best ball, he was drafted like round 4-ish. I remember him being drafted right next to Robert Woods. Him and Robert Woods were drafted right next to each other, almost. And then like Matt Stafford went shortly after him in best balls. And now Cooper Kupp's going to be, I think it's going to go run McCaffrey and like Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp's going in the top 3 overall. I don't – people are still on McCaffrey. I don't see how you can push him back too much, because if he is completely healthy, he is that jack of all trades. Every play like runs through him. But Cooper Kupp could be the number 1 overall play. I totally see it next year in best ball. So let's set a lineup here, man. So where's our captain? There's no right or wrong way of doing these. Sometimes I don't even touch the captain till last, but it's good to build around your captain. Find a guy that you just feel is going to score the most points, or they score a serviceable amount, but they're a cheap captain play. And let's look at some of our cheap captain plays that we like. If there's a case to make for a kicker in the captain, it'd be McPherson. But then that's crazy. That's like us saying that this is a low-scoring game. Or those Chiefs guys we fade them, man. And we have seen Kelsey and Hill poop the bed together a few times this season. To put McPherson in the captain, I don't think it's one of those where you put him in 150 max and you put him in a few. For me to show you a lineup with McPherson, the captain, it opens up a lot. But why am I opening up a lot of space? I feel like I'd want a defense if I'm putting McPherson in the captain. So I don't think I'm going to do it. You know what don't make sense on this captain? Is the price for McKinnon. Why is McKinnon 5K? The guy had almost all the snaps last week, and I know they like Clyde Edwards-Helaire and he's going to play more again. But why is this guy – why did he drop? He was 7K last week. Why is he now 5K? Why? Why, DraftKings? Why are you making this guy chalk? Why? Do you know that he's going to bust? Is that what it is? Are we totally decoding this as we speak? Because why did they drop him 2,000? I feel like they know something. They know they want everyone to make him a chalk play, and he busts. That's the only thing I think of. It makes no sense to make this guy 2,000 cheaper. They had him and Clyde Edwards-Helaire at almost the same price last week. Because I remember Clyde Edwards-Helaire was 7,800, and now he's 7K. You got any thoughts on that, Cha-Cha? Isn't that crazy? Why is McKinnon 2K cheaper than last week for Showdown? Why is he 2K cheaper than Clyde Edwards-Helaire? So you want me to pay up for a guy that's – this means Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to be so low owned in this Showdown. It has to be, because he's not even projected that much ownership in the Classic. So that translates a little bit to Showdown because it shows the direction and where people are making their plays. Let's do this. I totally want to put Hill in the captain with Mahomes, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and then now can we do Chase? But do we need Burrow? I can't do both. It's either one more expensive guy or that's it. Maybe I'd go McPherson here. But the Mahomes, Hill, smash, maybe McPherson, they don't even have them kick the Wolves because they're losing too much. Joe Mixon here because he can catch some balls. He's heavily involved. Could still go McPherson, but then I want to go, maybe another Bengals, a receiver. Is there a receiver in play? No. Really can't get much here. P. Ryan, not going there. Gore. This tells me that McPherson doesn't fit this lineup for 4K. Maybe if I went Demarcus Robinson, Chiefs D with just Mixon. It's zero, man. This lineup's heavily duplicated. If I'm going to have Hill in the captain, I totally believe I could leave some money on the table and find a more unique build. Maybe I take Mixon out and Chiefs D. What about Tyler Boyd and Usoma? I can upgrade and get Pringle, but then this zeroes this one out. I don't want to zero it out. But for me to see Demarcus Robinson outscore Pringle, that could totally happen. And having 22 left over, that's a unique build. How many people are going to play Pringle over Demarcus Robinson if they had a choice? Everyone's going to play Pringle over Robinson, of course. So if you play Robinson, that makes it a contrarian build. So there you guys go. I don't mind this lineup. I'm totally putting it in for $1 out of 59,000 entries. It's a unique build. Let's enter another one. Let's enter one in the late game. Let's give you guys a look for that one. Man, I'm just hanging out. I love talking DFS. I don't know how late I'll stay up till. I'm getting tired. I did a 7-mile run this afternoon. Run, walk. If anybody wants to jump on, you're more welcome to jump on. Yeah, you're hearing this, right, Cha-Cha, about what I said about the why is CEH, why is McKinnon so low price? Why do they want Clyde Edwards-Helaire so low owned? Is that the direction we need to go? Do we need to just hit the smash, Clyde Edwards-Helaire? Like, is this going to be the week he smashes? I want to play that out. I think I'm going to build another showdown with him and a captain now. Oh, and one thing we got to do, Cha-Cha, if you're in here, we got to do a tier. And if you want, we could look at last week's 2 hours in the stream. I don't mind looking at last week's look at the millionaire. Hey, we set lineups in an unorthodox way. Everyone's going to talk about their last week's mistakes as the first thing they do in the show. That's the way you should run a show. You do it the same way every time. Be on schedule. Be punctual. Always look in the camera. Always have it run smooth. I don't want to run smooth. I want to run bumpy. I want to have fun. I want to take pit stops, break out my camera, take some pictures on the side of the road. I just want to go off on a tangent. I want to be different, man. I don't want to be like everybody else. And that applies to anybody watching the show. I think, Cha-Cha, you have a lot of patience hanging out with me because I do repeat myself because I want to continue to tell DFS players and anybody that jumps on the stream looking for fantasy football that this is not your typical fantasy football show. I'm not trying to run a show that's very similar to everything else. I learned early on I was getting trolled again, probably by just one dude creating a bunch of accounts. But it sucks to see people trolling. It's so stupid. Man, I'm just out here hanging out. All right, let's do a lineup in that Rams-Niners game. Showdown. Where do we want to go with our captain play? I wasn't even putting Cooper Kupp in that many lineups with you guys since I started the stream, so I feel like Cooper Kupp and the captain wouldn't make sense for the direction that I was talking about. You know who I want to put in the captain? You bet your ass I'm going to put Sony Michel in the captain here because this could be a defensive game where there's not that many other points going around. Maybe there's only one or two guys that gets over 20 points in this game. I want it to be a higher scored game than the other game, but rolling with Michelle and the captain is completely contrarian. Whatever you do from here on out is 100%. This could almost be a lineup where you almost zero it out, but we could see. You want to make it worth it where you have to reach for Michelle and the captain. So let's put Cooper Kupp here, lock him in. And Michelle, he can catch some balls from Stafford. What if he gets a receiving touchdown? He had one in week 9. I think I remember that. That was like at the very end of the game. Against Tennessee. Yeah, they were getting their butt whooped. I remember that. That was at the end of the game. He was barely seeing the field. So Michelle and the captain. I feel like we still got to pull the trigger with Stafford. We go Debo or Mitchell or both. What if I put both in there? I could put both. And I get a $1,600 play. I could do a guy like Juice Check. Can I get him? You sure can, EJ. It's like I drew this up. Like I exactly knew that this would fit. This is saying run. All 3 of these Niners guys all run. And then we got Stafford, Kupp, and Michelle. Not a bad lineup. It's getting 3 of each. There's no defense or kickers here. But it allows me to see that Michelle is needed in the captain. It makes it a unique play, having Michelle and Juszczyk, but it's zeroed out. So I can't see this being completely unique. Like, I'm the only one that set this lineup. No, there's got to be at least 10 or 15 duplicates. Why won't it let me set it? What the heck, man? Lineup exceeds salary limit. No, it doesn't. I use the exact salary. Why is Draftkings like... Is this a glitch on my end? Let's try and refresh this. Why are they trying not to let me set this lineup? I feel like they're on to me. So who did we go with? We went with Juszczyk, Mitchell, and Debo. There we go. All right, it worked this time. All right, man. I gotta take a break. I'm gonna do a mindful breath. You guys are more welcome to join me. This is one part of the show where I don't talk DFS. I try and connect with ourselves, our bodies. Just take a moment. Just focus on yourself. Find your breath in and out. So let's fully exhale out the mouth. Find stillness. Rest our arms. My arms are on my desk. Softly close my eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And let it out. Out the mouth. Another breath in through the nose. Breathe out the mouth. Soft exhale, feel the shoulders fall down. Take a deep breath in. And out. And pause and hold it. Get a little bit more air through the nose. Breathing in. Exhale, release. All right. Where do we want to go? You guys want to look at a tier? Man, it's sucks. I'm gonna put you up, Jack. We gotta put you away, man. Your time is done. You and Mickey over there. Dude, you know what's crazy? I wear this hat on my show. I don't even know where I have it. And I kept seeing this meme. There was this meme on they were showing Alex Rodriguez, the baseball player. They're showing him at the Niners game. And they show another fan below him, and he's wearing this hat, the same hat I got. And it's a unique hat that a little lady makes outside of Lambeau Field. It's so cool. You can't buy this hat in stores. This is a handmade item you can only get in Lambeau Field. And they showed a fan wearing it. So that was really cool, man. I was like, I have that hat. I bought it from the little lady with the stand. She's the only one that makes them. I mean, there probably are people that make knitted hats now with using the beer cans cut up. You guys may have seen me wear it. I'm not going to go looking for it. But that was cool. Maybe I'll show it here. Any memes to look at? I love looking at just random things, man. We'll go back and look at some lineups. Hey, I just set like 6 lineups with you guys. This is my Facebook. Getting a little personal. All right, let's look at the meme. Mark safe from having to watch Tom Brady in another Super Bowl. So the big news is Tom Brady's retiring. It sucks. We're going to hear about it tomorrow in the games. They're going to talk about it. It's like, talk about these teams that are still in, please. Dude, what did this guy do? Now he's arrested for assault with deadly weapon after pulling gun on someone outside casino? Man, you totally fucked your life up. That sucks, man. That you don't have the right guidance. Didn't you? Some people just don't change. I don't want to say anything more to that. I wish that you get the help you can get and that you can still have a successful career in something, but it's not looking good. Vikings interviewing Jim Harbaugh for their head coaching job. Uh-oh. I don't like that as a Packers fan. No way. Man, he was on the Niners. He totally owned us with Colin Kaepernick. Oh, wait, Tom. Oh, is that Aaron Rodgers in a Bucs uniform? Is that possible? Could that really happen? That would mean that the Packers would trade. I don't think they'd agree. Packers would agree to trade him to Denver. They don't. I mean, I'm telling you, Rodgers either goes to Denver, or he stays a Packer, or he retires. I think he. I think he walks away, man. I think he retires. That's my pick out of the 3. Saying that he's going to play again is rolling with the chalk. Saying he's going to retire is 100% a contrarian play. I want to see where is. Antonio Brown has agreed to sign with Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens, however, did not agree. What does this Packers fan do? Get his foot stuck in the door. Oh man, it's never has to ever get to where you get that frustrated, but people do, man. This is their life. This is their love. This is how a lot of people see football. They get so into it. Just here hanging out, chilling, man. Gonna tell my kids these were the Green Bay Packers. That's pretty good. We have these same trash cans here in Florida. These might actually be Florida trash cans. Yeah, we know. The Mexican word of the day is cheesehead. I asked my wife if the Packers are going to the Super Bowl, and she said no. That's good. She said no. She said no. Where's the meme I saw? I just want to go to it. That's funny. I can't believe Rodgers has lost 4 times to the Niners in the playoffs. Really? Is it really 4 times? I know it's 3. Because I know he lost to Colin Kaepernick once, then he lost in the big championship game 3 years ago, and then he lost last week. It's 4? I didn't know that he lost 4 times to the Niners in the playoffs. Well, that's it. You guys, you want to look at a tier? I guess we could do a tier. I may go back and I do want to do a lineup with Clyde Edwards-Helaire as a captain. That's crazy to put him as a captain. Can I really do that? I want to see what best look I can get. So what if I do a Joe Burrow just stack here without Mahomes? Clyde Edwards-Helaire and the captain, really? With no Mahomes? He's just totally smashed 40-point games back to back. What if I just do something crazy, like do the defense? What was that one guy's Dimitri's play? Oh, yeah, he did Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Then he did He's telling me about Tyler Boyd and then Chiefs D. How can I sell you that this is an optimal lineup in the making? How can I sell that to you? Because the next 3 plays, I could pretty much get I can get 2 out of these top 5 in this lineup. Hey, what's up, Uncle Gordy? Hey, welcome, brother. I'm just up here with some friends talking daily fantasy sports. We set lineups in Draftkings. Nothing crazy. This is only $1 entry. Just having some fun. You're rooting for Matthew Stafford tomorrow as well? Oh, man. Hey, Cha-Cha, this is my wife's uncle. He's my uncle as well. He's a diehard Bills fan. He's, man, I don't even know where to start. I'm sure you don't want to jump on and talk Bills, but, man, we were all rooting. And I know you'd love to see the Bengals win. I know you're rooting probably for the Bengals, I think. I don't know. And there we are. Cassie's already asleep, my wife. I say that for others that are watching that don't know. But yeah, we're just here hanging out. It's freezing. It's like 30 degrees outside. But thank you for the comment and jumping on. I do this show, and it's fun. We sit here, we talk fantasy football, we look at plays. This is the last week we get to play because it's over. Fantasy football is basically done after this week. But yeah, I'm with you. Rooting for a Matthew Stafford tomorrow. He deserves a Super Bowl. He does. So you make good points. Yeah, I feel like you're you're giving a lot of respect to the Chiefs, which is rightfully deserved as well. You both played big games. Both. I mean, Mahomes, he hasn't looked this good this year until these past 2 playoff games. He was kind of like having an off year. He really was. There we go. But Stafford, how many seasons did he play with the Lions? Like 10? He made the playoffs like 1 or 2 years. And he's in the conference championship game with his first season as an LA Ram. And it looks like Odell Beckham Jr. is playing well in that system. Seems like anybody that goes to the Browns besides Nick Chubb in the running game. So Odell going there, it didn't work out. So he's doing good. And the Rams have Cooper Kupp, but the problem is they can't beat the Niners. So rooting for them, I hope they do win. But they struggle. They struggle more against the Niners than the Packers struggle against them lately. Because we beat the Niners. We beat them this year. And we beat them, I think, last year. But just couldn't beat them in this big game. So we're here setting a lineup. So, yeah, so 11 years he played with the Lions. I'm rooting for him, Uncle Gordy. I hope that he has a good game, and I like to see him win and go to the Super Bowl. Do I like to see that they get a home game in the Super Bowl like Tom Brady did last year? I know you probably saw Tom Brady. I guess the news is going around that he's retiring. I just don't. Why are we talking? We should be talking about these games. It sucks that got dropped, and now everybody's going to be talking about it. So looking at this lineup, trying to see these 3 guys, how can we make this fit? Do we go Can we get a Joe Burrow? What if he gets a couple? So Joe Burrow's going to be under a lot of pressure tomorrow. He got sacked 9 times, 9 or 10 times against the Titans. I don't think the Chiefs D is that good, but they may get a big strip sack, fumble early in the game. One thing I need to look up is Tyrann Mathieu. Is he playing? I know he's been banged up. This is the weather right now. 31 degrees. Maybe it's a little colder. 30 degrees. It's freezing outside. We had to cover a lot of plants up. I'm just hanging out. I'm probably going to go to bed soon. Enjoying Cassie. Get up, have a nice, good Sunday morning. What happened to our lineup here? All right, we had Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Oh, here he is. Tyler Boyd, Chiefs D. I'm just over here thinking fantasy football. I know this probably isn't something you know. Uncle Gordy. All right, have a good night, brother. Thank you for jumping in, and looking forward to seeing you next month in person. So that would be cool. Enjoy your game tomorrow. Stay warm, and talk to you later. So here we are, man. Where can we go? So if I got Boyd in here, I feel like I want to throw Joe Burrow in here. That'd be contrarian. And then Chase. I could almost get Hill, but I can't. Dang. What if I took Chiefs D out and just went with Bengals D or Demarcus Robinson? Took Chase out and went with Joe Mixon with Burrow. Burrow gets 1 or 2 pass touchdowns, boy. But then I got Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the captain. Go Mahomes or Tyreek Hill. Could get Mahomes in here. But then it don't make sense with Bengals D. Take that out. Get McPherson. This don't really make sense. I already took away Chiefs D. I was trying to make Chiefs D make sense. Maybe Tyreek Hill here. This makes more sense. Well, I can go back and get Mahomes instead of... Now this makes sense. Tyler Boyd and Mixon with Chiefs D, Mahomes, Hill. Having Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the captain is definitely viable here. All right, we're going to do a tier. Let's do a tier, and then we're going to go to bed. I only do 1 stream a week now. I was kind of, to be honest with you guys, I'm pretty much ready to go into off season with the show. I made a couple friends. I would say that it's always a success to stay consistent So I was still consistently streaming, but I didn't get the success I wanted from the show. But it's cool. I made a few friends. I know what the stream is, and we're just average streamers, man. I follow some of these big streams. I've been trying to look into finding some Packer streamers. I found Tom Grossi. If he raids my stream, I'll be like, "What's up, man?" It's not gonna you're not gonna totally. I mean, sure, bring your whole crew in here. We'll have 200 people watching. I mean, you guys are just you're just trying to boost my morale, and I guess I get it. But man, if you want to talk DFS, and let's talk DFS. But if you're here, if you want to talk anything, if you want to talk to me and be sincere and talk, and sure, let's do it, man. But if you think rating and coming my stream, just having 200 viewers, and they're just there to just kind of, man, we're just here. We don't really care, and we're gonna leave. I don't need it. Don't need it. I'd rather you jump on the stream and we could have a mindful chat. That'd be cool. We could talk pack football. We could talk anything. Let's do a tier. Any single entry tiers? Or should we do? I can do this $12 single entry. Let me do. Is that 3 max? Triple max, 3 entry. I'll do that one. Ooh. Create entry. All right, so tier 1, let's look at this bad boy. So you got Mahomes, Stafford, Burrow, Garoppolo. It's just your standard. Which quarterback is going to score the most points? That's basically all this is. Can Stafford outscore Mahomes? That's the thing. He's hit his ceiling last week, and he did good the week before. Does he have a monster game? Does he have like 35 points? Can he? Or does Mahomes take a step back? He's blown it up the past 2 weeks. My heart wants to play Stafford, so let's do it. Especially since Uncle Gordy came in here and he wants Stafford to go to the Super Bowl. Let's put him in. So if Stafford's optimal, I got to run with Kupp here. But we can go back to that. So it was Kupp, Debo, Samuel, Chase, and Hill. I would say seeing Hill ranked 4th, I like Hill the best. Then Kupp, then Chase, then Samuel. Samuel last. So tier 3, it changes. So there's a mix between running backs and receivers and tight end. So you get one of each almost. You get 2 running backs, a receiver, and a tight end. T. Higgins, hardly anybody's going to play him. I don't see T. Higgins outscoring all 3 of these guys. It could happen. Mixon or Kelsey. Even Eli Mitchell's that's crazy to see that he outscores those guys. I'd love to see him outscore Mixon, but to have Eli Mitchell outscore Travis Kelsey, I don't see it happening. So this one, they put Clyde Edwards-Helaire and McKinnon in the same tier. What if we went Clyde Edwards-Helaire? I feel like that's what I want to do. So Bengals, can I find another Bengals? Could I go Usoma here? Higbee. Stafford throws to Cup and Higbee. Higbee has a bigger game. I mean, he's been having serviceable games, just no touchdown. So it's either Higbee or Usoma or Boyd. I feel like Higbee's a play. And then the tier 6, it's just a crapshoot. Oh, Sony Michel, look at that. So what if I went with Michel and then took Higbee out? Is there a Niner play I could use? Ayuk? I'm not even on Ayuk in anything. But he could be the guy that has the big game like Jennings had against the Rams. Maybe he's the one. Let's roll some Ayuk. It's not the direction I'm really in. This is a contrarian build. Hello. Now I want to set a lineup with Ayuk. Let's do it. And we're not off yet. If anybody comments in the chat, I'll keep going. Nah, I just like hanging out. All right, we're going to do a Stafford lineup. That's the direction I like. Let's say he throws a touchdown to Michelle. Nobody sees that coming. And Cooper Kupp. What's the other play we like? Ayuk. Now we like Ayuk. What's Ayuk's ownership like? 20%? People are on Ayuk like that? He had one target last week. I mean, that game from an offensive standpoint against the Packers for the Niners, you just got to forget about it. He was out there the whole game. It was so cold. He did have a catch that became an incompletion, but it was like a fumble. So that was the only target he got. Ooh. Because that's it. He only had one target, no catches. So I know what the target was, and that was it. The one where he kind of fumbled in the early game. So what if we went with Ayuk and Eli Mitchell? Or how about Eli Mitchell? I can't see putting Ayuk and George Kittle with not using Jimmy G. I don't think you can do that. So we're back to this one. So where are we gonna go? So Tyreek Hill. Could I go back to Higbee? George Kittle? Kelsey. Do the double. Or if I want Usoma, my defense, go Chiefs D. 6K, I can go do Clyde Edwards-Helaire. with Hill. And Usoma, I buy down. I can get Higbee or Usoma, and I have Stafford. So why am I not thinking Higbee here? No Chiefs. I mean, no Bengals play. Not a bad look. Let me swap out Ayuk and put him in the flex because I want to have a late swap in case I get an itch to do something else. No, wait, I can't. Oh, I got to do it from a running back. All right, let me go back to that. I have to put. Well, let's see this. So I can't get Kelsey. I can get Mitchell, Higgins. I could go Higgins here. And only have Ayuk with Higbee, Cup. If I did that, then I'd want to have Rams D. Then I'd go Higgins. Oh, let's do this. I don't mind this lineup. Stafford, Michelle, Clyde, Edwards-Helaire. It's another one of those. You were like that. You like that combo, that contrarian freaking combo. But now I got Ayuk in here with T. Higgins. Very contrarian. We're entering it for $1. It makes sense. Basically says the Rams blow out the Niners. Ayuk get some garbage time. Maybe gets a touchdown, 6 catches or 4 catches for 60, 80 yards. Sure. And none of the other Niner plays are optimal at all. That's what this lineup tries to say. Stafford just smashes, does his thing. All right, guys. Man, I'm going to call it. Thank you guys for joining. A lot of fun. If you're still hanging out, enjoy your Sunday. Stay warm. Watch some football. Hang out with family. Hang out with whoever the heck you want to hang out with. Just be happy. Enjoy yourself. And root for the team you want to win. See you guys. Have a good night. Take care.